What's up everybody, welcome to my updated animation tutorial. So I'm gonna show you guys how to make a setup like I got linked in the top right of the screen. So if you wonder what we're making, make sure you check out that video. In this first video we're gonna set up our character in Blender. I've decided to cut this up in shorter videos, each tackling one subject, so it's a bit easier to follow and it's also a bit easier for me to record. So first of all, make sure you get the Mr. Mannequin tools. We're going to be using this all through the series. If you know my channel, you probably heard about these before. If you haven't, just make sure you check it out. They're on Gumroad. You can get them for free. Leave a little donation if you would like. That's up to you. So make sure you have those installed. Open Blender and we're going to start a new scene. Get rid of all the default stuff over here. Make sure we set our unit scale to 001 like we always do. Length is set to meters. And we're gonna add the Mr. Mannequin template. So if we go to add, there's a new option over here. We can add templates. We're gonna add a default template so we don't need to change anything here. And here we have our mannequin. So we're gonna add two bones to attach the weapons to. Excuse me. So I already have a video pretty similar to this one, so I'm gonna go through this pretty quickly, and if you want to check out the other video, I'll make sure to link it at the top of the screen as well. So we're gonna hide the bones that are in the way and look for the hand bone over here, and we're gonna extrude a new bone from the hand bone. So press E on your keyboard and create a new bone. Select that one, right click, go to parent clear and disconnect the bone, and we can move it around now. So I'm going to place it roughly at the palm of the hand and I'm going to rotate it about 90 degrees. It's not really that important, but just roughly in the position where we need it. Now with the bone selected, right click in the collection over here and you can go to view show active. And we can rename the new bone we just created. So we're gonna name it weapon socket right. And we're gonna do the same for the left hand. So let's add a bone here as well. Let's see, we need the left hand bone, that's this one. So press E on your keyboard to extrude a new bone. We're gonna select the new bone, right click, clear it, disconnect the bone. We're gonna rotate it and put it roughly where we need it. Something like that. Now let's rename this one as well. So view show active, and it should be over here. This is going to be our weapon socket left. And now we need to add deform bones for this, so they get exported to Unreal when we export the skeleton. So let's go to the armature settings over here. We're going to click the combine armatures button so everything gets shown, unhidden, how you want to call it. I'm going to press Alt and H at the same time on my keyboard to reveal all the hidden bones as well. And now I'm going to shift select the two new bones we created. So I only have the two new bones selected. Go to add deforms. We're going to tick only selected and we're going to press OK. Now we are good to go over here. So I'm going to go back to the object mode. I'm going to combine the armatures again and hide deforms so everything looks normal again. And I'm going to save this blend file. So save as. Let's see, I'm going to save it as the third person mesh for the mannequin. So yes, we are working on first person animations, but I'm also going to export a third person mesh and I'm going to use this first. So we're going to export one for first person later on in the series. So I want to rename this. So double click the SK mannequin lot over here and I'm going to name it third person mesh mannequin. And I'm going to select the mesh and the armature and go to export Mr. Mannequin FBX. We're going to export the mesh and not any actions. Make sure we're in the correct folder over here, which we are. And click the OK button. And it should have our new skeleton exported. So we're going to open Unreal Engine. This is just the default first person project, and I didn't change anything yet in here, so we're going to import it into here. Let's go to the first person folder, character mesh, where the default armature is, and let's drag in our newly created one. Now for the import options, make sure the default skeleton is selected over here, and we're not going to create or import any materials or textures, and that's fine. And there we have our new mesh, and we should have the new sockets on our skeleton as well. So let's see if I open this up. The skeleton tree, there we have our weapon socket left and weapon socket right, and we can select both meshes on the same skeleton. So that's all working fine. Now we could assign a proper material to this. So let's do the UE form and body. We don't have the chest logo in here because we're dealing with a first person project, but we'll deal with that later. This is fine for now. So let's save all of this, and we are done for the first episode. So in the next video, we're gonna import our weapon into Blender and attach it to the character, and then we are ready to make animations. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.